screen, you can see a whole heap of different people within our team. You can see our team here in Tahiti. We went over to Tahiti this year and had a wonderful time, all expenses paid. We got to stay in bungalows over the water. Here you get to seeing us having some fun. This is our team over here in New Zealand, our team up in Brisbane having a great time, our team receiving all of the awards at our recent convention. You know, I got started working from home because I had a simple problem. I couldn't afford to buy shoes for my daughter. That was it. You know, my wife met me at the door one day and said, honey, we need to buy shoes for our oldest daughter. And I said, sure, let's go do it. She said, we can't, we've got no money. And that helped me to realize that working for somebody else really doesn't work. It has to come down for us working for ourselves. And you're going to hear a little bit about that tonight. And we're going to cover things about that tonight. So make sure you've got a pen and paper handy as we cover a lot of notes. I'll probably talk a little bit fast. I'm sorry about that in advance. I do that because I do love what we do. I'm very excited about it. We've been able to change our lives totally. We've earned over $2 million. We've traveled the world every year. We're about to send a whole heap of our friends on a Pacific Island cruise this weekend. We're off to Hawaii in January. We're off to Dallas, Texas, and possibly New York in April. We've been to Tahiti this year as well. It's incredible what we're able to do with this business. Now think about this. Put yourself in our shoes. On your go-to webinar control panel, you'll see a little hand. Then you can wave, and that's your way of staying in contact with us. So if you can hear my voice and you can see my screen, why don't you hit that little hand button, give me a little wave? That's great. Who would love to be able to travel the world whenever they choose? Who'd love to be able to pay off all of their debts, not have any stress around finances, and just to really do some cool things? We can do that with us. You see, one decision really can change everything. This is a guide to business ownership tonight, where you get to be your own boss. Well, you get to think along the lines of what would be different if in 2 to 5 years' time, you didn't have to worry about time or money. If in 2 to 5 years' time, you could travel, you could do the things you want to do, like climb a mountain, you could give back, you could have the security to do the things you want to do in retirement, or the freedom to go wherever you wanted, when you wanted, with whom you wanted. Whatever it is, you know, it's a change for you. It's awesome. The opportunity is right there in front of you. This is tonight a question you get to ask. But the challenge we face is there's the freedom to work around our family. We have a challenge to figure out how we can be flexible, and debt is out of control. The cost of living is rising. Supporting the family income is, well, how do you do that? Financial security isn't there. Childcare costs are increasing. You know, you've got marriages ending in divorce. Your job security is at an all-time low. These are the challenges that families are facing every single day. You know, but they still have a dream. They've got a dream on their heart that they want to accomplish. How does it happen? Especially when, Thomas Ray says this, the world of work is going to turn upside down as 2 billion jobs, half of all employment on the planet today, will be gone in 15 years. In 15 years, the jobs that your kids have may not be there. The jobs that you have may not be there. They're getting replaced by offshore, okay? Where they're getting exported to third world countries where the people are actually very highly trained, very highly educated. They've gone to university. It's just they don't have to be paid a lot of money. And so things like graphic design, things like copywriting, things like technology, computer programming are all being exported offshore. Call centers are being exported to the Philippines. Everything is happening and it's being exported. But then you've got robots. Robots are becoming your competitors. They really are. You've even got McDonald's now that has a robot that'll flip patties. The jobs that we used to take for granted are being replaced. Why? You can't believe that the security these days is actually in a job or working for somebody else. Now, there are 2 choices. We can either shrink our dreams to fit our income, or we can expand our income to attain our dreams. The problem is if we shrink our dreams to fit our income may not be there tomorrow if you're working for someone else, because as I said before, your job may not be there tomorrow. So the best thing to do is to expand your income. But how do you do that? How do you expand your income? How do you expand your income to attain your dreams? You know, Robert Kiyosaki says it's more important to grow your income than cut your expenses. It's more important to grow your spirit than cut your dreams. You know, what do the experts say? Well, Robert Kiyosaki is one of the top business coaches out in the world today. He's the #1 bestseller. He has written many, many books on to the normal people, the average Joe like you and I, and teaching us to think the way that business owners think. And he came out with a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant, again, a New York Times bestseller. And he said that this quadrant's broken up like this. You've got the E quadrant, which is the employee. They have a job. You've got the self-employed quadrant, which are the people that own a job. You know, we've got people on this webinar tonight that have, you know, own their own mowing franchise. They own a job, especially this time of year. They don't have any time. 90% of people play over here. 90% of people play in the employment and self-employed area, but they only hold 10% of the wealth. Over on the right-hand side, you have the business owner, where they own a system and people work for you or work within that system. Now, think about that for a moment. Wouldn't it be better to figure out how you can get paid, rather than getting paid 100% on your own effort? Wouldn't it be better to be paid 10% on 10 people's effort or 1% on 100 people's effort? Because that way you can have time off. That way you can still receive the same kind of income, and actually a growing income if you increase the network, okay, so you can actually have that time off. Now, this is the way a business owner thinks. A business owner thinks, well, if I can continue to build my network, if I can continue to build my business and then reinvest back into my business, reinvest in the growth, and continue to build that, my income will continue to grow. And that's what we're going to teach you tonight. 10% of people hang out over here, only 10%, but 90% of the money is over in these two sectors. And as your business grows, you have money to invest, money that starts to work for you, just like it's working for my wife and I. The number one way to increase your wealth is don't get a second or a third job. Start a part-time home business. And for a lot of people on this webinar tonight, we have people from many different countries on this webinar tonight, you're here to look for a second business or a part-time business that will pay you an extra $500,000, $2,000, $5,000 per month or more. We can help you do that, whatever it is you're looking for. Now, our model is really simple. You may have heard of it. It is the network marketing model. Now, I know some of you may go, no, not network marketing. Well, let's talk about that for a moment. Network marketing's had a bad rap. Why has it had a bad rap? Because people haven't understood it. What's happened is, you know, that people have been trained to invite their friends and family over for dinner, but it's really an undercover operation to pull out a whiteboard and start drawing circles. You know, they get trained to hit their friends and family over their head and do it in a very unprofessional way. We train you in a different way. You see, traditional distribution is really the same as what we do, except for we cut out the middlemen. Let me explain. You know, the traditional business is you manufacturer, middleman, retailer, you, okay? The middleman and the retailer make all the profit. In network marketing, what we do is we connect you directly with the company. And then you become the middleman and the retailer, and you network through your social network. Now, that network can be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It could be the people you know on your phone, the people it could come through marketing. You know, 78% of people trust recommendations from friends versus 14% for advertising. Now, work with me here. I want to ask you a question before we move to the next slide. Let's say you are opening up a traditional business. You know, you've leased the premises, you've gotten stock. It might be a cafe, it might be a clothing store. You know, it might be something you've been thinking about. You've invested in that stock, probably $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 minimum. You've done a 6-month lease, which is going to cost you around $1,000 to $2,000 per week. Okay, you obviously have to have a couple of staff members, so that's going to cost you a minimum of $1,000 per week per staff member. And you open up that store, okay? So immediately you have a cost of probably $3,000 to $4,000 per week, and you haven't even sold a product yet. Now, that doesn't include the money you've actually borrowed from the bank to purchase the equipment you need, or the franchise license, or whatever it is you've decided to get involved in. Now, so let's say that you've opened the store and you've got no money left to advertise with. How are you going to actually let the world know that you're open for business? What would you do? You've just invested $100,000 or $200,000 or more in a traditional business. What would you do to make sure that everybody knew you were open for business? Wouldn't you tell the people you know, hey, I've just opened a cafe, hey, I've just opened my clothing store, can you come and check it out? If you like it, buy something. If not, that's okay. Wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you ask people to let people know about your business? Wouldn't you want to learn Facebook marketing? Wouldn't you want to learn how to connect with people? Wouldn't you want to build your skill, your ability, so that you could at least, number one, make your money back? But you didn't get in business just to make your money back. You've got in business to make a profit. You got in business to create a lifestyle. But with our industry, with network marketing, you don't have all of those costs. You don't have $100,000 or $200,000 invested. You don't have the overhead. All you have is you. And so all you have to do is get started. Do the same thing that you would do in letting people know that you're open for business to get moving. The thing with us, though, is we actually have products that everyone wants. So let's look at our industry for a moment and let's do a comparison. Everybody knows that when you want to get started in business for yourself, you want to actually be part of something where the money is. But it's interesting how people look at things. You know, over in the US, all the boys want to be a part of the National Football League. Now, they've got a women's league over there as well, so the women do as well, but it's only worth $9.5 billion. But everyone thinks there's a lot of money there. Everyone thinks that if they join that, to get started there, they're going to make a fortune. But there's only $9.5 billion. That can only be split a certain amount of ways, and it doesn't really grow. You've got the music industry worth $16.5 billion. Again, there's a cap on that, but everyone wants to, you know, be on the X Factor or believes that it's the way to certain riches. The video gaming industry, $67 billion. Movie industry, $80 billion. Everyone, all the guys want to be a Hugh Jackman. The women want to be I always get some Angelina Jolie. You know, everyone wants to be there. But you know what? When you combine all of those together, you put the movie, the video, the music, and the NFL all together, it's still smaller than the network marketing industry. So doesn't it make sense to be where the money is? See, where the money is where you actually can make the most amount of money. It's already there. It's already happening. And the great thing about our industry is that it's not going to stabilize. It's not going to slow down. It's going to continue to grow because we have products that people want, products that people need, and it offers the ability for people like you and I to build a business from home with freedom. Now, that's a big deal. That's an impressive way to look at a business. You've got the millennials who are saying, hey, I don't want to work for someone else. I want to work for myself. You've got the baby boomers saying, I need retirement. I need security in retirement, but in fact, I actually want to do something more significant. I want to have some fun. You've got women in business because women are actually the in-home business is one of the fastest growing sectors of the economy. Direct selling has created more 6- and 7-figure income earners all of the time. The ladies within the A team are regularly the top achievers. Through social entrepreneurship, the ladies and the men, we make a difference to those that are less fortunate, and through social media has made it easier for women to share. Now, I say women because generally, especially on Facebook, 85% of the active users are women. But the interesting thing, more and more men are moving over there now, but we wanted to share that because we have so many women that are seeing this as an opportunity. Now you've got the parental revolution where they're saying mums who want to be home with their kids. You've got dads who want to stop missing all of the important events. Both want a bit of money to be able to have the freedom to do the things that they want to do. So you get to choose the growth market that you want to be a part of. You know, generally, you want to be where the money is. You've got the wellness and fat loss and anti-aging industry. You've got the business industry. You've got the social entrepreneur industry. All of these are burgeoning markets. They're big markets. With Manatech, we fit right in the middle. With Manatech, we are the world leader in science, world leader in business, and world leader in social entrepreneurship. Now, let's talk about social entrepreneurship for a moment. It's a new terminology that's really only just starting to get understood. You may have actually seen social entrepreneur companies. If you go into the local supermarket, you'll see products by a company called Thank You. There's Thank You Water, Thank You Muesli, Thank You everything, right? And what they do is they support communities in need through the sale of their products. They sell their products, they give water to a community in need. They sell a bar, they give food to a community in need. Mannatech's very, very similar. What we do is every time we establish a client, we nourish a child. It's actually very, very simple. And we believe that people will want to partner with us in that, whether to be a customer or whether to partner with us in a way to actually wipe out childhood malnutrition. You see, 5 million children under the age of 5 die every year from malnutrition. 5 million. We do not believe that is acceptable. We have a very simple way to change those children's lives. A simple way that will allow these kids to get their lives back and maybe even have a life. And that's simple. By you helping us, by you partnering with us, building a business and increasing your income with us, it allows Mannatech to send products to these children in need. You don't pay for it. It doesn't come out of your pocket. The children get looked after by Mannatech. So who are we? Well, we are a revolution. We've got 100 patents in 37 countries. We have done over 17 human clinical studies on our products on people. What does that mean? It means that our products work. It's not like the vitamins and minerals, the antioxidants you buy off the shelf, and they say this is the super duper and Super Nintendo intergalactic antioxidant, the best thing you'll ever find, you know, with no proof. We prove it. We actually test our products in blood. We test our products with humans. We're able to monitor them. We are the world leader in what we do. And no one knows about us yet. We're asking and looking for people who want to join us and partner with us. We've already developed over $196 million earners. That's 196 people have already earned over $1 million with us. Imagine that. Give me a little wave if you'd like to earn over $1 million with us. You know, if you like the idea of being able to earn over $1 million, just hit that little hand icon on your go-to webinar control panel and let me hear. Yeah, you see, that's what we're able to do. We've already donated last year alone over 20 million servings to children in need. Last year alone, that number will be dwarfed this year and will continue to grow as people like you partner with us or partner with Mannatech to save the lives of children. It's a big deal. At the same time, we get to change your life by increasing your income. Now, Mannatech went through some interesting times. I mean, we faced some challenges. Okay, the poo hit the fan. Let me tell you, it was tough. When we came to the market, we have a product that was so disruptive, a product that is required by every cell in your body, every body on the planet, every process of the human body, from the way your brain operates, to the way your immune system functions, to the way you lose weight, to the way you age. Every process of the human body requires this nutrient. So what Mannatech did is, because we found this nutrient in nature, we filed a patent on the process of getting those nutrients. Now, when we filed that patent, the world went up in arms because nobody knew what it did. And so we started to speculate that this nutrient would do a certain thing. Now, what happened? The people didn't like that we were saying what it would do because we didn't have the studies to prove it. It was speculation. It was theory. All we had was anecdotal. What anecdotal means is we had testimonies. We had people saying, hey, I used to have this and now I don't. I used to feel this way, now I don't. I used to have no energy, now I have energy. I used to have aches and pains, now I don't. I used to be 10 kilos overweight, now I'm slim. We had all of these people sharing these studies, but we didn't have the science to prove it. But it wasn't until recently when the science came about that enabled us to prove all of the things that we've been saying for years. But in that process, we went through hell. In that process, every man and his dog wanted to think that we were a quack job. In New Zealand, we were called the sugar pill. In Australia, we had different things happening here. In the US, with different things over there. Now, everyone has shut up. Over the last 5 years, no one says anything because everybody knows that the products, the nutrients that we have are groundbreaking. You see, all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it's ridiculed. Second, it's violently opposed. And then third, if it's real, it's accepted as being self-evident. That's exactly where we are. We're in that place because we have positioned ourselves with no competition. You see, we have the weight management industry worth over $583 billion. The skincare and anti-aging worth over 39. Sports and performance worth over 6.7. And nutrition and integrative health over 82 billion. We have products that are going to totally dominate those industries. Nobody has them. We own the technology. And we're asking you, will you partner with us? We're giving you the opportunity of a lifetime to come on board, to see something that quite possibly could change the face of the planet, wipe out childhood malnutrition, at the same time giving you a lifestyle. You see, I have a vision within our team. Our vision is that we're going to nourish over 1 million children ourselves. That means we will develop over 1,000 people earning over $100,000 a year, over 100 people earning over $1 million a year. The choice you get to make is, will that be you? We will help and we will do this, and this will happen. We are going to change the world. These people all over the world need these products. Children need what we're doing. So here's the discovery. In 1996, Manatech developed a new class of plant-based nutrient called a glyconutrient, which are the foundation of our product, Ambritose. Glycans are key for proper communication among our cells. Now, if you look at that white cell on the screen, it's a white blood cell. It's your immune system cell, your macrophage cell. It's the big daddy that comes along and checks on the other cells and talks to them. And the way it communicates is through these glycans. And when it communicates, it says things like nourish me, support me, feed me, destroy me, protect me, regulate me, all of those sort of things. The problem is, if you don't have all of these glycans, and you need 8, if you don't have all 8, then your cells don't communicate. The thing is, we used to get all 8 in our diet, but we don't now. The 2 we get are glucose and galactose. We get that from sugar and dairy. The other 6 are missing. And what Manatech was able to do was we're able to find those nutrients in nature, combine it into a product called Ambritose, and now we have over 50 patents worldwide on that product alone. It is a standalone product. It is the foundational product of our company. It is our flagship product, and if there is one product that everybody should be on, it is this product. Why? Because every cell in your body requires it, every process of the human body requires it, every person on the planet requires it. We are the only supplier. Now, it's been validated in studies to improve brain function, memory, concentration, attentiveness, mood. How many people do you know that need improved brain function? Now, think about further than memory, concentration, and all of those sort of things. What other things to do with the brain? We have a brain support product here, a product that specifically helps the brain to do the things that it needs to do. It improves your mood, it improves the ability to respond to bacterial vaccines, cellular communication, digestive function, and decreases irritability. Everything is the foundation of this product. We then took this product, and knowing that it will impact the way that your cells age and the way that your skin ages, we took this product and developed a product called Youth. Now, Youth is an incredible anti-aging product. What it does is you put it on the areas that you're getting some fine lines, some age spots, all of those kind of things, and watch it take place. What I recommend is take a before photo, then use it for 3 months, and then every few weeks, take a before photo, and 1 day later take one a week later, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and 12 weeks, and look at the difference. Look at the results that a clinical study did. We had over 100%, that's everybody who used this product, had smoother skin. That is everybody. That's not 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. That is 10 out of 10 people. Okay, 100 out of 100. Over 90% had more radiant and bright skin. 87% had less noticeable lines. 77% had firmer skin. 74% had improvement in the overall appearance. And 70% had less noticeable wrinkles. Now, I'm 43. I don't like wrinkles. I don't like fine lines. I like to have nice skin. And I'm a bloke. And I'm a bloke's bloke. I like to hunt. I like to fish. I like to get out in the yard. I'm a second dan black belt in martial arts. I'm going for my black belt in Taekwondo as well. All that stuff. I like to get a bit of biffo, all of that sort of stuff. But I still like to look after my skin. Now, everybody thinks the same about anti-aging. Now let's look at weight loss. Well, when you lose weight, half the weight you lose is muscle. So let's say you want to lose 20 kilos, 10 kilos will be muscle. They might not know that that's a problem, because when you lose muscle, your muscle is directly linked to your metabolism. The more muscle you lose, the slower your metabolism. So we took ambritose, or one of the nutrients in ambritose, developed a product called Osoline, and what it does is it makes the body burn fat rather than muscle, but not just any amount of fat, 3 times more fat, and beat the rebound effect. So you feel great with great food nutrition. It suppresses the hunger, it reduces cravings, and you just add it to your smoothie. So you add Osoline to your smoothies. Now, we've also got Nutrivirus there. Nutrivirus is our 100% plant-derived vitamin and mineral. Did you know that all vitamins and minerals on the planet today are synthetic? Well, they say 95%, so I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's not 100%, it's 95%. But if you name a vitamin and mineral supplement out there, even those big names that you see on the TV, they're synthetic. They're not made from plant. They'll say natural, but did you know that ground up rocks is natural? Did you know that petroleum is natural because it comes out of the ground? That's what they mean by natural. Did you know that to make a synthetic vitamin and mineral, they take it from coal tar? Coal tar is that black sludge at the bottom of an oil barrel. We decided that that doesn't work. We decided that, hey, maybe we should get it from plants since that's the way our body was intended to use it, and that's what we did. We developed a product called Nutrivirus, the world's first plant-derived vitamin and mineral. That is natural, and it's what your body needs. So when you put these two products together, you have one of the most powerful fat-burning, metabolism-shifting products you could ever have. And it's right there with a 100% 90-day money-back guarantee. But it's easy to get started with us. You can select a pack. You get started with an account number with a 100% 90-day money-back guarantee. You establish a monthly order, and every month that you order your product, you receive a 20% loyalty bonus. Now, this month, okay, I want you to have my attention right here. This month and next month, for every person that comes on board, we're not just going to give you 20% loyalty, we're going to give you 30%. What that means is that if you place a monthly order with us this month, we're going to give you 30% back. 30%. And we'll do it again next month. And after 3 months worth of orders, it's almost, okay, so you have 30% this month, 30% next month, okay, and then after that it's 20%. So it's almost buy 3, get yours free. And you feed a child. Now, on top of that, for every monthly order that starts, we're going to give you a $20 reward on top. So not only do you get the loyalty reward, you also get a $20 gift voucher to start with. Why are we doing this? We need to save the lives of kids. And it's our Christmas present to you. All you have to do is connect with people that want to help and improve their well-being, expand their income, be part of a great mission. Now, we've also got we're going to help you build your business and teach you ways to connect with people. One of those ways is we've got an app. It's called the A-Team app. Our team is the only team on the planet to have it. You get to run your business from your phone. You know, you just say you're speaking to someone. You can show a video right there on your phone. You can send them a text message with a link. They click on the link and listen to an audio or watch a video. If you want to know what should you say, well, if you see someone down the road, you want to talk to them, just open up your app, click on the link, and there's the text on what you should say to them to remind you what to say, all in the palm of your hand. We've got a system, online system, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It includes a contact management system and training. In there, it's all of the training you're going to want and need to learn how to build your business, from how to speak to people, to how to market on Facebook, to how to use websites, to how to use the app, how to build a business in a professional way. And for those of you who don't want to talk to the people you know, we can even teach you how to build a business and not do that. Now, we've also got websites as part of that. Websites for all different aspects of your business, and you get email campaigns, all part of the team. It's all there at your fingertips. Now, with us, you have 2 sources of income. You've got the active income, you've got long-term income. So there's 2 ways to earn money with us. One is by helping people get started. Every time you help someone get started, you make money, especially at the business level. We have 2 levels. You might be thinking, how much is it to get started, James? Well, it's $12 if it's a basic, or you can get started for up to $598. So let's say you get started at $598. $598 is over. You get $598 worth of products, and every time you help someone get started at that level, Manitech's going to pay you $70. But we have a thing called a Fast Start program. If every time you help 4 people get started at $590, Manitech will pay you $800 every time. We've got people like Hank who got started with us, and within his first month. He helped, I think it was 12 people get started that first month, and earns over $2,000 or $3,000 that very first month, just by using this part of the program. A lot of people see the benefit of this and they want to move fast, and that's why we have this here for you. Then we have long-term income. Now I'm going to put someone on the spot, and Christy, I can see that you're there, so if you can be ready, Christy, I'm going to ask you to give your testimony. Christy is one of our brand new regional directors, and now let me explain what a regional director is. A regional director is someone who's gotten started with us in business. They've got over 1,500 points in their business. Kids impacted, about 15 kids, annual income between $1,800 to $5,000 a year. Now, the target to do that is 1 to 3 months. Now, give us a little wave who could handle an extra, say, $100 per week within the next 3 months. Give me a little wave if an extra $100 per week could help you in the next, if you could do that in the next 3 months. And we can help you do that. Now, you're building an asset here, and Christy will tell you about that, you know, what it has meant to her, but you're building an asset. Now, when we say an asset value of $91,000, that means that if you had $91,000 invested in the bank and were receiving a 6% return, you would actually receive $5,000 a year. So from having a business that's paying you a residual income of $5,000 a year, that's an asset value of $91,000. Now, I'm putting Christy on the spot because I just saw her there, and she shared her testimony last week, and it was incredible. So I'm just going to see if Christy is available. So, Christy, are you available?
Yes, I'm here.
Great, Christy. Would you mind sharing a quick testimony just like you did last week?
No worries. I started with the business because I wanted to start on the products. I'm a single mum, so it was pretty hard for me to come up with the money to start on the products. So I talked to Shirley, and she put the business side to me, and ever since then I've just been growing and growing. In my first month, I went from just the basic to director, and then in the second month I went to regional director, and I enrolled 17 people last month, and it's just been great. Now we have like a future to look forward to. Things are just a lot better financially already, and yeah, it's just, I feel amazing as well. I've lost weight, so that's good. Yeah, it's just, I love it.
Christy, thank you for letting me put you on the spot there. I love hearing your testimony as a single mum who's building a business from home for you and your children, and we're proud of you. Well done.
Thanks, Jade.
You know, and so that's the start. Let's move on. So national director has a volume of 6,000 kids. Now, how do you become a national? We'll help some people like Christy become regional. Now, Christy's next goal is she's helping some of her team become regional directors. That's going to allow her to become a national director. A national director has 6,000 points in volume, 60 kids, annual income between $10,000 to $14,000 a year. The target's 3 to 6 months. So let's talk to someone who's a national director within our team. Let me just quickly find, actually, Shirley's the next one, senior national director. 6,000, it's actually, I've missed a spot. Here it is. It's actually 12,000 points in volume, 120 kids being nourished, annual income of $14,000 to $18,000 a year, target 6 to 12 months. So let me see if I can get Shirley here. Hey, Shirley, could you share your testimony tonight on what it's been for you?
Oh, hi, James. Sure, I'd love to. Yeah, James, it's just really changed our lives. When I was listening to you talking about the E quadrant and the S quadrant of being self-employed, my husband and I have gone through those both stages. My husband worked for a company for 35 years, and the company went bankrupt, into liquidation, and we lost pretty much everything in that. His long service superannuation wasn't paid correctly, so our dreams of retirement pretty much went down the gurgler right at that moment. So my husband took up the opportunity because, you know, once you hit 50 it's very hard to find employment. So he took up the opportunity to do self-employment. So then we moved from the E quadrant to the S quadrant of being self-employed. And, you know, of course, as most people would know, when you're self-employed, you depend on yourself, and if something goes wrong there, then you have no income. You know, our business is dictated to a lot through the mining companies because of the work, the nature of my husband's work. When the mining companies started to pull out of Australia and close a lot of their offshore industries or the coal mines and that sort of thing, it affected the industry my husband worked with. So our self-employment went from living okay, and the income we were getting has just started to bottom out. It's been a ripple effect. So moving into the business sector with this business has been everything. It has helped us float our boat so much, getting this income coming in when my husband's business started to struggle. Not only that, you know, I know my business is growing. I've got a great team that supports me. The system is just brilliant at training. You know, just earning incentive trips. We never thought we would have the ability to be able to travel because of the financial state we were in. And Gary and I are heading off on the South Pacific cruise on Saturday together. It's like a honeymoon we never had. And yeah, heading off to Dallas with New York firmly fixed in our sights. Yeah, it's just been a brilliant journey. My health is amazing. I've been a very sick person all my life, but through the products, it's been amazing. James, it's just been wonderful. I would recommend it to anyone.
Good on you, Shirley. Thank you, and congratulations on the cruise. Have a wonderful time on Saturday. We're all totally jealous, but have a great time. Bye. You know, and you know, this is where it all starts. Next, you help some people go senior national. You go executive, 20,000 points, 200 kids being nourished, annual income on average between $26,000 to $60,000. Do it within up to 24 months. Asset value of $1 million. And you know, you might think, well, you know, is that possible? Let's hear from Phil. You know, Phil's been with us for a while, and Phil, are you there? Phil? Phil? Okay, Phil's not there at the moment. That's okay, guys. We'll keep moving on. Then we've got senior executive, help some people go now executive. That makes you a senior executive, 40,000 points in volume. Kids impacted 400 kids, annual income 36 to 60, and it continues to grow. You know, but then you've got presidential director. Presidential director is where it all happens. This is where the change comes in. This is where really it is a life-changing income. $70,000 to $110,000 per year. Target 2 to 5 year plan. This is all part of it with an asset value of $2 million. And then it doesn't stop. Now, some of you, if you're like me, $100,000 a year, well, that would have been amazing. But you know what? You want more. Well, you can have more. Presidential director goes from up to platinum and beyond, up to $500,000 per annum, and grows from there. So what could you do? Well, you know, tonight you get to choose which option best suits you. We have two options, as I said before. Our champion option, which is the option that we hope everyone gets started at, which is champion, $598. Choose the products that you love. Choose the product that you want to get started on. You receive over $598 worth of product when you get started with us. You have an unlimited income potential with that. Access to power bonuses. People will do what you do. You have 400 pack points every time you help someone get started at that level, and you never purchase this pack again. You can only ever purchase it once. It's the absolute best option. It allows you just to truly get started. The big thing is, though, remember, people do what you do. So you're going to want other people to get started with you, and you're going to want to be able to say to them, hey, I got started at the champion level. And that way they'll do the same. Or if you can't do that, and you love the ideas of just being a client, or you just want to get started and see where you go, well, you can get started for $12. Anybody can do that, $12. Earn up to $4,000 or $5,000 per year. It's a stepping stone to what you want. And then every month, all you have to do is make sure you have a monthly order of products of 100 points. Now, that starts at about $130 per month. It might be our youth product, our weight loss products, our health products, our sports performance products, whatever it is you're looking for. And that's all you have to do. And you can be in profit in your very first month. if you follow our system. If you're ready to get started and get active, get into profit straight away. Why wait? And then you receive all of those other things that we spoke about, websites, content management system, professional training. It's all part of what we do. So Mission 5 Million is what we're about. We need you to come on board. We're hoping that you would come on board to achieve your dreams so that you can get out of debt, so that you can travel the world, so that you can really do something that you can feel good about, whatever it is. In doing that, you will allow us to save the lives of children. How good would it feel if you were like Christy, who goes to bed at night knowing that she's nourishing over 30 children a month, or Shirley, who's nourishing over 150 children per month, or Phil and Patsy, over 200 children per month. How good would that feel? How good would it feel for you to be able to get started, build a business, and know that you have thousands of dollars per month coming into your account, and at the same time your business is nourishing children and saving kids' lives? You see, this is Aura. Aura is just one of the children that's been able to benefit from what we do. She wasn't well when we first found her. She had no hair on her body. She was very anemic, she had no muscles or anything like that. Within 12 months of us being able to give her the nutrients that we have, look at the change for her. This is what happens when children all over the world get impacted by our products. But also what happens when you get started with us, you start to build your dreams. Your dreams start to become real. Your dreams, all of a sudden you have a vehicle that allows you to achieve them. One decision can change it all. To get more time, family, freedom, or to give back. And as Richard Branson says, if someone offers you an opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes, then learn how to do it later. We can teach you all of the how-tos. We can teach you how to find a way, because you might be feeling that way. You might be feeling, I don't know what to do. That's okay. When you had a job, when you had your first job, you didn't know what to do. You got trained. It's the same with having a business. You get trained. You might be thinking, I don't have time. Well, doesn't that say something to you? If you don't have time, isn't that telling you that maybe you need to do something to get back your time? And one of the things I know is that people will do what people want to do. So if you want more time, if you want to be able to have freedom and do the things you really want in your life, you'll find the time to do this. Then what about, you might not have the money? Well, does that say something to you as well? Do you want to continue to live the life where you actually have to use the excuse, I don't have any money to get started? Because there's things that I know. You might be like Tim and Marissa, who got started with us, who didn't have the money, but they found a way. They got started. They found a way. They sold stuff on eBay. They did garage sales. They got started and went on to earn hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars with us. There is a way if you truly want it. So make sure you get back to the person who invited you onto tonight's webinar. Let them know which option best suits you. We look forward to working with you and helping you and hearing about you achieving your dreams. God bless. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.